So you just got your 1.0 syllabus, you're looking at it and you're thinking, what's up with these participation points? I thought that everything in law school was going to be based on the final exam. Why is it that 20-25% of my grade is for participation or for a quiz or for assignments? Listen, it's a trick. I'll show you how. Check it out.
Hey 1Ls, it's Franklin. Come with me, Sun, Sand, and Strategy. As always, we're looking at today's topic through an exam lens, the only lens that matters.
I know you think participation points are about rewarding the smartest comment in class, right? No, that's what they want you to think. In reality, participation points are a lever. They're a pressure valve. Think of them as a behavioral control mechanism dressed up as 20% of your grade. Listen, here's the play. Your professor's syllabus says 75% final exam, 50% quizzes and assignments, 10% participation, right? Sounds fair. Not really. What happens is this. They take your exam score, and let's say you nail an 80. Add perfect quiz scores, maybe 15 out of 15, right? Then sprinkle in your participation points. And let's say it's average, maybe a 7 out of 10. Well, do the math. 0.75 times 80 plus 0.15 times 100 plus 0.10 times 70. That's an 80.5. That's your raw score. 80.5 is not much different than an 80 raw score on the final if your class was only based on your final exam raw score. So all this emphasis on participation and the cold call and the fear that comes with it, what real material impact does that 80% have versus the 80.5? None. Not really. And there's more. That raw score, it doesn't go in your transcript, right? That 80, it goes to the registrar's office where they apply the curve. And that's where the real game starts. So on a tight curve, half a grade bump can push you over the median, or it can drag you under the median. And professors, they know this. That's why participation points exist, to keep you reading for class instead of building your exam strategy. Look, they're fighting your instincts. Any logical person instinctually is going to make sure that they spend 90% of their time preparing for the one thing that decides 75% of their grade. That just makes sense. And if you're smart, you'll see it for what it is. Participation points are not a golden ticket. They're a leash. It keeps you showing up, talking, fearful of a cold call, reading every case word for word, which, by the way, is exactly how you run out of time to master the skill that actually wins on exam day. Your final grade, which is issue spotting and precision writing under pressure. So here's your move. Hit participation just hard enough to stay out of the danger zone. That's it. But never, and I mean never, let it pull you off your exam prep game. In a room where everyone's raw score lives somewhere between 70 to 86, the winner isn't the one who had the most to say in class. It's the one who walked into the exam with a surgical strike plan and walked out with the highest raw score on the paper. Class participation, play the game, but never forget why you're here. You're here to win the war and not the warm-up.
Book the call now, so I'm not hearing from you later because you bombed first semester December grades.
But look, that's all I have for you. We're here at the beach. You're a 1L, but life is still good. Have fun, guys.